When you were like, I live in Westbury, my name's Denise, I was extremely Italian. I was like,
that's my face. You have his number or no?
No, I was not. I think I had like a few classes in high school, gym classes and stuff like that.
Okay, good evening class. We're going to get started. Our topic today is one of my favorite topics, is motivation. Okay, it's also my main research focus. Okay, I'm fascinated about why people do certain things. Okay, why you guys are here today? What motivates and demotivates people? Why when we ask people to do something, sometimes we get nowhere to respond? Why people will pay like $100 to go to Broadway to see a very expensive show? Why is that? Okay, so this one factor is the drive behind people's behavior. This is one of my quotes. Is myself. Okay. So I strongly believe that motivation is the key to the door of learning. Without motivation, learning will be minimal or even impossible. Do you agree with that? Okay. All right, this is what we're going to do. One quick announcement. April 14th, I will not be here because I will be in Chicago for a conference. So what we're going to do is I'm going to maybe have one of you or my TAs can come here to show the movie October Sky. How many people watched that movie before? Only one person? It's a very inspiring movie, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But this time you're going to watch it from the educational perspective to see what is the motivation behind the homework pickings. Okay? All right. And then we're going to do an activity called My Motivation Swing. You should have a copy already. Okay. So ask you to reflect your own motivation, when your motivation was high, when it was low, and why. Okay. And then, I don't know if you received my email. I asked you to bring the copies of your interview report. Did you get my email? No? Do you remember your interview? Deal? Okay, so as long as you remember, we're going to do a quick analysis of those motivation stories to find out what are people's motivators and demotivators. And then we're going to do a case study, a letter from a mother. Just quickly read it. And then I'm going to present 5 different motivation theories. And then this is the fun part. I'm going to divide you into 5 groups. Okay? Trait perspective, cognitive perspective, social cognitive learning perspective, behavior perspective, and humanistic approach. Okay? So for the same case, a letter from a mother, this is a real mother struggle because the child was not willing to go to school. So I'm going to ask you to pretend you are not a professional psychologist using their trait approach. Like you are the professional psychologist from cognitive approach, you are the professional psychologist from different approach. You're going to give the mother your professional opinion, what she should do, and then I will pass your insights to the mother. Okay? All right? So let's start from for next class, we're going to do the classroom management, behavior management. Okay? Not going to watch it. Okay, let's start from their motivation swing. Some have nothing to finish. Okay. All right. Just do some reflection of your own motivations. give yourself a rating for how motivated, rate from 1 to 5. Okay, it's all very motivated 5. Not motivated at all, 0. Okay?
I have a problem in kindergarten, so the motivation kind of.
Okay, yeah. You can do 2 grades there. 2 ratings there.
Okay.
Yes.
And then elementary came back up.
Yes. just turn to your neighbor, quickly share your motivation 3 stories, and also discuss those questions. What is motivation in your definition? Why is motivation important? And in general, what motivates and demotivates students?
Yeah, my son was pretty constant at a 2 or a 3.
I don't even remember. I just went to pre-K.
I did pre-K. I don't know what I said because I was 3.
Well, I said I wanted to be a big boy, so I had 5 motivations. I wanted to be like the big kids, go to school. Every kid does.
I like my baby.
Very good. Yeah, but like before pre-K, you're like really young. You just want to like be like the big kids. Now, I had a big brother, and I was always trying to be like him. He went to school.
Okay. I was the big brother. By the time I was the big brother, I was already in school, so it didn't matter to me. It was only a 4-year difference. When I was in pre-K, he was 4, and when I was in first grade, he was still. So it's like...
Mine's pretty random. Like, I go like...
Wow, what is that dude? What's that big drop? What happened?
No, that's when I got a girlfriend. In like 3rd grade, I had my girlfriend until 8th grade.
Okay.
So like, we were chilling. Yeah.
That should be motivational. Actually, it's actually number up.
She was the people.
No, because I like would show off to her, like, outside of school.
Okay.
And then in middle school, the show off, the showing off shifted to in school, like academically showing off. So that's what the motivation is.
Did you go to church together or not?
No. I said less motivated because I would constantly compare myself to the classmates and all that.
If you're going to compare yourself, that's motivation. You want to either be like them or not be like them. You're
Yeah, it's demotivating. Yeah, I didn't want to like go to school because I felt like insignificant compared to myself.
okay.
Have you never experienced something like that? And years went on and became more and more. So college kind of went down because I was partying. It was high school because when college started, I realized I had to be a good student. Yeah, that's it. I'm 5 now. And motivation in your definition. I said the drive force next one. Or will to achieve.
That's a desire to achieve something.
Why is motivation important?
You don't have the desire to achieve something, you're not going to get any goals.
I said without motivation, people would settle for mediocrity or be stagnant in terms of technological innovation, social paradigms, and every other aspect. It would suck. People would suck.
It's a video game.
I'm gonna buy the box set. Oh yeah. It's probably like above us, but it could probably hear what we're sitting here.
Well, yeah, it's trying to look at the panel and speak into it. It's going to know
Say that your name is someone else. Like my name is. Put someone on the bus. Yeah, but then if we get another like Marvel-based activity, you're gonna be losing because you're not gonna be. Yeah.
quick research. As I was walking around, I see a pattern. Pattern is when they were young, the motivation is in general high. And most people during the middle and high school are low, 2 or 3. How that fascinating. And then after like college, you start up again, like 5. Graduate students used to be the highest. Most people put 5 there. Graduate school, like okay. I found that fascinating. Do you mind I collect this? No, not right now. You can keep it. I would like to do some research. This is fascinating to me, the pattern. Okay, why? Okay, let's just go around. Just one person, just say one motivator. Based on your own story, like what is one motivator? Okay, let's start from Yan.
So when I was young, when I was a baby, it was very easy to be motivated.
So let's look. I would say that's curiosity, right?
Yeah, curiosity.
Curiosity.
And because I know very less things about outside world, so even a piece of candy can make me so motivated.
Oh, a piece of candy can make candy. Okay, Sam.
For the last 6 years, I worked in the fashion industry, so motivation was bonuses, promotions, and not getting fired.
Not getting fired. Okay. Bonuses and promotions. Kind of safe job, right?
Yeah,
Safety, security. Okay.
I think for me it's more of like I need to be interested in something, and
So
I like an all or
interest.
nothing approach. If I'm not interested in it, then I'm not gonna pursue it.
So interest.
Competition. Like we
Oh,
were talking about,
competition motivates you. Okay.
like high school. I'm a total nerd. All my friends were nerds. So it was like, you would compete, so you would get the best grade.
Oh, you want to be the first?
Yeah.
That's my daughter right now.
Just want to be qualified with everything I do.
So you want to
Like
be
for the career.
qualified, be accepted, right?
Just really good grades to be better.
Good grades.
To be interested in something.
Interest, similar to
Yeah.
what? I think you're talking about, right?
Interested too.
Interest.
Yeah, interesting.
No copy answers. Okay, say something different. Okay, from Rio.
Definitely interest in not talking, because I wrote that,
Okay,
but
so
also
you're a big
like
fan of interest.
a
Okay.
desire to perform well in the job field.
Okay, to perform well. Oh, it's almost like to succeed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
When I was little, it would definitely be food.
Food.
And so to this day, food will make me do anything.
Oh, for my daughter, food is a demotivator. She does not want to eat. You have to force her to eat. Okay.
When I was in middle school and high school, it was money.
Money.
My grandfather and my stepfather used to give me or my cousins $1 for every 90 or above that we got on like on a test, or as a square grade.
That was a big motivator for you.
Playing with friends when I was a kid, that I found with them.
So friends motivates you,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I think now it's security to find a job that's securely well enough for you.
Okay. It's also job security, right? And we mentioned that.
I wrote being eager to learn, to know as much as you can about something.
So eager to learn. This can go back to maybe just curiosity, right? Just in general, curious about things. Okay.
My motivator right now is to create change.
Create change. Can you define what kind of change? Make a change in the world, or
Well, my example that right now is the place that I'm working now. I don't like the way that they do a lot of things, so I want to change.
so you want to make
things
a
like
little
that.
difference in the
Yes,
school
make
or
it
in the
more
community.
progressive.
Okay.
I was going to say,
But also, when you sit together, you can make a difference together.
but also, like to have a passion for something.
So passion. Kind of similar to interest, but it's stronger, right? Okay.
He had actually had my friends who also like motivated.
Friends.
Up to them.
Okay.
My older siblings in competition.
Siblings and competition? You mean competition between among the siblings?
Well, not really, 'cause I'm the youngest, so I have that.
too. Like, I just feel like I have to like just be better.
Okay. Because the youngest have more pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say like the end result, basically being able to do what I want to do. Like so, like the end result, like I'm motivated.
So be able to do what you do.
What I want to do.
Yeah. Okay, it's almost master skill, right?
Yeah. Like,
Like be able to drive, be able to slide. Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't quite finished yet. Yes.
I would say my peers, like people around my age group, friends.
So peers, they can either motivate you or demotivate you, depends who they are, right? So like this group will be very motivated because they're all motivated. But if peers are very mean and negative, they can totally what? Demotivate you, right? Okay. She's still your answer too?
I guess when I was younger, what I knew was like being in a new school and like.
So excitement, yeah, okay. Something new, something exciting, right? Okay, so you.
When I was thinking, my motivation were teachers' attention or the praise.
Teachers' attention or praise. Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay. Family. Do you mean like family love and family support?
Yeah.
Okay. It's because you want to make them proud, or you because they love you?
Yeah.
Both. Both. There are two kinds of family motivation. One is because they love me, I want you do better, and another one is I want to make them proud. Okay.
When I was younger, I was motivated a lot by reward. My
Candy?
mom. No, not even candy. Like it was big rewards. Like if I graduated from high school with a certain average, she got me a car.
Oh, that's better than candy. Oh, wow, that's a big reward. Okay, all right. So next, I want you to continue your discussion with your neighbors, but with same partner, but not from your experience, but from the interview. Remember, you did 2 interviews. Just share with your neighbor. Okay.
Did you say you did BS interview?
Well, we can. She's right here.
I got some interviews. I got what we were supposed to have. I didn't even know. Transcript? Oh, that means you failed the class. The whole I know, like, are we supposed to go through the whole swing?
No, we're supposed to talk about what motivated these people that we interviewed.
Alright, well, one of the people that I interviewed was motivated by strong family values, cohesive family environment, and a big gap between siblings. So, like, there was motivation on either side. One to be a good role model for her sibling, which is 7 years younger, and one to be, a good one to make her older siblings proud, which were like 10 years old. The gap was gigantic. The gap was like 20 years. Just didn't get my family. I have a brother who's 15 years younger than me, and I have a brother who's 3 years older than me. He's 18 years older than me. He's 23. 1 year younger than so that was a big motivator. And she also grew up a long time ago as my mom, so motivated by kind of like traditional like for instance, traditional stuff. Codes of conduct, like I lived in Germany when I was little. I had a bulldog, English bulldog. He's awesome. His name's Bowser. But for instance, like they had to come home, like the way they knew to come home from playing at night with like the street I call my mom like archaic.
That's how my parents grew up. I mean,
Yeah, like that's how kids like do it. But I like that. That's cooler than like your like 8-year-old kid gets a text on his iPhone.
come home, yeah.
Okay, just quickly add things to the list we have here already. Right now, have been divided into 5 groups, and they are really reflected in 5 different theories. Okay, anything else to add? Do you remember the list?
I think there's a lot of family values things said, but like
Family values.
but like specifically like a stringent sort of family code that you have to
Can
follow.
you give the example, like in interview?
Well, just like very strict rules that they had to follow. If they didn't do well in school, they kind of get disciplined for it.
Is that a motivator or demotivator?
This was a long time ago too. So
Is that a motivator or demotivator?
I'd say that's a
Being too strict.
motivator. The motivation is to not get in trouble.
Not get in trouble. I love that one. Okay.
So it's like, what was the form of motivation?
Like what she was talking about, getting fired, right? Yeah. Not lose your job. Okay. Anything else? Yes.
Well, one of the people I interviewed was my cousin, and she became a parent at a young age, so she used that to motivate her to get through school. So she's already got her master's now, but I guess that was like her
Like
motivation.
sense of responsibility
Yeah,
almost?
because she's like, I have to let him see that I did this as a single parent, so she like, pushed herself through.
Sense of responsibility for the younger generation,
Yeah.
right? Because she was a teenage mother. Okay. Anybody else? All right. So next, I'm going to start introducing the first theory. It's the behavioral learning theory. The second one is social cognitive theory. The third one is trait theory. The fourth is cognitive theory. The fifth one is humanist theory. The last one is actually my own theory. It's mutual value theory. Okay. All right. So the first, I want you to look at these several people's motivation. Sometimes they mention candy, bonus, promotion, not getting fired, food, money, dollars, reward, car. Okay. So you can see what do these motivators have in common? Getting something from outside, right? So this is a behavioral approach of motivation. We introduced behaviors before. Behaviorist approach believes that all the motivator comes from what? Comes from outside. It's not coming from what? Inside. Okay? So all the motivation, we call them external motivation. So for all the things I just listed, we call them extrinsic motivation. It's basically all the motivation comes from what? Outside. You want to get the car, get the candy, get the job, get the promotion, get the bonus, get the food. Okay, somebody mentioned food. Okay, so these are the extrinsic motivation. The shortcoming of this kind of motivation is once you achieve your goal, you lose your what? You lose your motivation. Okay. All right. So the first one is the classical conditioning. Classical conditioning is the belief that motivation is from outside, but motivation is from what? Their stimulus. Okay? It all depends what kind of association you attach to the stimulus, and that will affect your what? Motivation. For example, if I say Broadway show, I'm going to buy a ticket for you to see a Broadway show. How many people are coming? See? Okay? I'm going to give you a midterm exam tonight. How many people are going to stay? Nobody. Okay? All right, so that's the difference because you had a very positive association with Broadway show, but you have negative association with what? With exam. Okay? So this is why, like, people when they think about Broadway show, it's desirable, it's exciting, it's cool, it's fascinating, it's popular. Right? Like travel, for example. Is travel always fun? Not necessarily. Travel can a lot of pain, okay? It's a lot of work, not to say you have to spend a lot of money, right? Okay, but people like to travel because travel normally associated what? Positively, right? You associate something cool, something exciting, something fun, something relaxing, okay? All right? So the question we need to ask ourselves is how can we have a positive association of school? You know, how can we when students think of school, they say, oh, school is fun, school is exciting, school is cool, school is, popular. I cannot wait to go to school every day. Does that apply to you all? No, okay? You think of just cannot wait for the class to what? Okay, to end it. Cannot wait for the semester to end it. Okay, we pretty much did this already, so I'm going to skip it. Okay, so next we're going to introduce operant conditioning. Again, I introduced this theory, okay? It's more like a review. So operant conditioning believe their motivator comes from outside, and it's the what? It's the consequences. It's not their stimulation, but it's the consequence. For example, that's why I mentioned the candy, the car, the food, the bonus, the promotion. These are all operant conditioning. Okay? And we also introduced the positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, punishment, timeout, response cost. These are all introduced already. I want to remind you one concept is negative reinforcement. For example, I see Sam was talking about my motivation is not getting fired. That is what? I work so hard. What's her reason of working hard? It's not to get fired. Is it positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, or punishment? It's negative reinforcement. Very good. I think, Steve was talking about one of the motivators is not to fail. I think you mentioned that, right? It's not to get in trouble. That's right. Not to get in trouble. That is also what? Negative reinforcement. Okay. Okay, so next we're going to introduce a social cognitive perspective. Again, this is more like a review because we introduced that theory, our Bandura theory. Bandura believes there are three kinds of motivation. The first one is modeling. Okay, so model influence. Some people mentioned peers. I think who mentioned peers? See, you mentioned peers, right? So peers can influence you. When peers are, they are motivated, they are inspiring, they will motivate you to what? Up, right? But when peers are mean, they're not nice, they're not motivated, they will do what? Motivate down. So that also means the environment is very important. So for the same student, you might be extremely motivated in this class, but you might be totally demotivated in what? In a different class, because the class environment is very different. Okay? The second one is your confidence. Basically, students who are very confident in certain area, they will be what? Very motivated. When students are not very confident, and they will not be motivated. Nobody mentioned that aspect. I don't think anybody mentioned that. Okay. All right. The third one is your personal expectation and your goal. Okay. So if you have a high expectation, you have a very big long-term goal, you want to achieve that, and then that will be your what? Be a big motivator. Okay? If some people say, oh, I really just want to get a C in this class, so that is low motivation, and that means determined you will not be too motivated. Okay, so next one is the trait perspective. Sorry, I go too fast because pretty much we talked about those theories before. The third one is the trait perspective. So I want you to share with your neighbor, like, if you have all the money you want, I know you're never going to have, but just imagine, okay? Just enjoy the moment, okay? So if you have all the money you want, what will you do and how your life will change, okay? Chat with your neighbor, imagine.
It sounds bad because it sounds like I'm not motivated right now, but I wouldn't work ever. I would fish all the time, and I get an awesome boat, and I live on it. Everywhere, like that's the thing. I would like be towards in like the Mediterranean. That'd be awesome.
So you would take all the money and you would ditch everything.
Well, no, because I'd bring my family on. This boat's big. It's like this is like a cruise ship.
Maybe the girl can head like
Right. No, I got a girl now. She's been my girlfriend since I broke up with that girl. Wow. I know. We've been together for like. I'm working on it. Can I rescind my original? I don't know. I think she'll take that vote and regulation of the world as like if I make everyone say bonus like that, you'd be so happy. You'd be like,
Wow, you see, money does make people happy. Just imagine it and make you happy. Okay, does anybody feel comfortable to share? We will not judge you.
I would travel the world.
Travel all around the world. Why?
Just because I want to be able to experience different cultures and different areas and meet new people. I think it'd be a really...
So you always like traveling?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Travel.
I feel kind of we're on the same boat and just saying that we wouldn't necessarily live a lavish life. We just want to live comfortably. Like it would be nice to be able to, like she said, travel, not worry about bills or anything like that. Like we'd still work. Just
You still work? Why?
Part-time.
We need something to do. Why? You don't have to.
Yeah, but I enjoy what I do, so why not do it
So you
part-time?
still doing something you enjoy doing?
Yeah.
You'll be teaching?
Yeah.
Okay, so still work? Leave a company life and work.
I would just do charity, like a lot of charity.
Do charity?
Yeah, a
You
lot of
leave your money
charity.
away.
Yeah. I mean, not everything, but.
You want to save some for yourself.
But I wouldn't eat that.
Everywhere, so all across a lot of charity, definitely. Bring
You're gonna do
awareness
a
to
lot of
places, yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know, I just feel like I've always been like that, like I've always been.
You want to make other people happy.
Yeah, so just a lot of charities, like really important to me.
She's a nice person.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
I would buy a lot of houses. I want
You
to
buy a lot of houses?
Yeah.
Do you need them in all this?
Well, they wouldn't be like the big mansions that look like museums because I just think those are ridiculous. But I want a house in Aspen so I can go skiing whenever I want. I want a house in like the south of France and just basically all over the world so that way I can just go and have.
She has a house all over the world.
And I would use my money to medical bills, so I would.
Okay, rent houses so that you can travel almost everywhere. Anybody else? Okay, so that is the trade perspective. So what is the trade perspective? Trade perspective believes that the motivation is a kind of a trait inside us. Okay, it's not from the like behaviorism, it's all from outside. So they believe that even we don't have to do many things, but the internal drive will still drive us to do things. Okay? So what are the three basic traits? The first one is the affiliation and the connection. They believe it's our trait that we want to feel connected to people. We want to feel affiliated with someone. Okay? So, for example, the sense of relatedness, socially connected, love, and a respecter of others. Okay? So, for example, I know some people say, oh, I still want to do charity. I still wanted to take care of my family. Okay, nobody said I just want to have all the money to myself. I will not give a dime to another person. Okay, all right. So why is that? So here, because they still, as a human being, we still want to feel what? Connected to others. So can you imagine a person will be happy? Okay, Sam will be happy. You have houses all over the world. But you have no friends, no family, nobody likes you. People say, oh, she's rich, or she's, you know. What?
They weren't just for me.
Not just for you.
No, for my family.
For family.
Yeah.
Okay? So she'll have sense of connection. Okay? All right? So basically we all wanted to have just imagine a rich person, okay? Ridiculously rich, but nobody likes him. You know, she says, oh, she's rich, but she's a bitch. Okay? Nobody likes her. Okay? Do you think she will be happy? No. Okay, so all have have a sense of that too.
Well, she put that in there.
Okay? So the second one is the sense of approval and recognition. Okay? So imagine if you inherited all the money from your parents. Like Yao Ming has a really rich father. Okay? But he does not make this money himself. People just say, oh yeah, he's rich because he has a rich father. Okay? So do you think he will feel good about himself? No. Okay? Because he inherited all this money from the parents. So we just not just want to live a comfortable life, we also feel, basically we want to feel recognized, being accepted, being appreciated, and a positive judgment from others. Is that true? Does that apply to you? Right? We're not just here working harder to make a better life for ourselves. We're also constantly trying to seek the approval from others. You try to see, have a positive evaluation from your professor. I want to see me as a good student. I want my daughter to see me as a good mother. I want my husband to see me as a good wife. I want my colleagues to think I'm a good worker. I want my parents to be proud of me. Is that right? We're constantly seeking that approval and recognition from others. Okay? Okay, I think somebody mentioned, I think it's Xiao Yao, right? You mentioned about that you want the parents to be proud of you. So that is the approval recognition. The last one is a sense of achievement and success. Okay, you want to feel that you succeeded in something, you mastered something, just feel empowered. Okay, so for example, if somebody like teaching, for example, and even though I've been teaching the same course since 2007, I'm still constantly trying to get new ideas, implement it and improve it not because I have to, because I enjoy it. I want to see how can I make it even better, and that makes me happy. Okay, all right. So that is sense of achievement, success. I call it AAA theory, triple A theory. Okay, affiliation, approval, and achievement. Okay, so the next one is the cognitive perspective. Somebody mentioned already, such as some people say, I just want to eager to know about the world. Some people say, I just always curious about the world. Some people say, I want to master, be able to do what I want to do. I want to master skill. These are all cognitive perspective. Cognitive perspective basically means they believe all their motivation, all the drive comes from our drive to learn, to do better, and to master skill. Okay, so the first one is the curiosity. Okay, so children, if you watch them, they were naturally curious about the world. Look at my daughter. She cannot stop exploring. She just constantly exploring. Want to touch everything. Want to know everything. In the car, you drive to everything. She asks you so many why questions, right? Because she's so curious about everything. The second one is interest. I think several people mentioned that you have to have an interest in whatever you are doing. Okay, so I believe we were all born with interest in certain areas. Okay, you have to have some interest, something you enjoy doing, not for pay, not for anything, not for your job. You simply enjoy doing it. Basically, your hobby. Okay, so now you start thinking, do I have a hobby? If no, maybe you should have one. Okay, you should not just do everything you have to do. You should do things because you're what makes you happy and interesting. Okay. Next one is the control. Okay, control basically means it's a sense of ownership. Okay, sense of ownership basically means you feel this is my project. This is my learning. Okay, so take the house for example. Which one will be more motivated to decorate? When you rent a house or you buy a house? You buy a house. Okay, which way you will be more motivated? When you are the teaching assistant or you are the main teacher? You're the main teacher. Why? Because it's your class. You're not working for others. Okay? Who will be more motivated? The employees or the boss? The boss. Okay? So that is the essence of this control. Basically, when you feel you have more control in whatever you are doing, you will be what? More motivated. Okay? So this is why the project I gave you, I call it what? My project. I want you to feel this is my project. You're not doing it what? For the professor. Okay? All right? Next one is a sense of achievement, when people feel that I did it, okay? I accomplished something, and that will give them a great sense of motivation. Okay? The next one is mastery orientation. When people feel like they become a master, this is the best to have, to have become. That is their mastery orientation. Okay. 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 So maybe let you chat with your neighbor a little bit. Does this apply to you? Does this cognitive perspective apply to you? So curious, interest, control, sense of achievement, and master orientation. The second thing is how can we nurture this kind of cognitive motivation in our students? Okay, chat with your neighbor, we'll move on.
About what though? These?
It's been one of those long.
Yeah, it is just drag. And every week, like the show that I'm into right now, like the new episode comes out at 8 on CBS. It's The Flash on the CW. It's about the Flash, the superhero. You know, it's like, CW did like Smallville, all that Superman. Now, I'm scared of movies like that, and it shows like, I don't like Psycho. That's scary. Alfred Hitchcock is scary as that. All the the birds or whatever, that's okay. I like that.
Huh?
It's like a horror TV show about Psycho. It's about the dude.
I haven't watched it, but I know of it.
It's on Netflix, I think. Yeah, I watch superhero shows and History Channel documentaries. No, I'm not saying like the movie. It's a great movie. I like the DC universe more though, which is pretty rare. I like Batman.
Can I have your attention back?
You should watch it. It's really good.
Okay, so next we're going to introduce the humanistic perspective. Humanistic perspective is Maslow's theory. It's the pyramid of human needs, hierarchical of human needs. So he believes that as human beings, we all have these basic needs. Okay? So for example, the first one is the physiological needs. It's basically the need to what? To survive. Okay? So we have the need to breathe, the food, the water, sex, sleep. Okay? Alright, so these are all our basic needs. Okay? So the second one is the need for what? For safety. We need to feel what? Feel safe. Okay? Safe of your bodies, and a lot of people mention the job security. So that can be explained by what? By this theory. Okay? And the safety of the resources, morality, you want to feel safe when you trust people. Safety of your family, of your health, and your property. Right? So that's the second level. The third level is the need for love and belonging, basically relationship. You need to have friends, you need to have family, and you need to have a what? Sexual intimacy, such as boyfriend, girlfriend, and husband and wife. Okay? All right? And the fourth one is the esteem, basically sense of self. You need to feel you have confidence, self-esteem, your sense of achievement, and also being respected by others, and respect of others. Okay? And the last one is the self-actualization. Self-actualization, based on Maslow, that is the highest level of the motivation. So that means a person, the one simple way to understand self-actualization is to be the best person you can possibly be. Okay? That's actually very hard. Okay? Because you don't know who you are. You don't know how much you can actually become. You don't know how much potential you have. Okay? All right? So that is the one thing, two things to understand is the goal-driven and the needs-driven. So for teachers, if apply this to the classroom, so if we want our students to be motivated in our class, we have to make sure these needs are being what? being fulfilled. Okay, take the basic needs for example. If the students they're not getting enough food at home, if you do not allow them to drink water at home, if they're not getting enough sleep at home, then they're not going to be what? Able to concentrate in your class. Is that right? Take the second level, for example. If the students constantly feel they do not have, how to say, security of the body, worry about constantly being attacked or being bullied by others, okay? And they do not feel safe of their health, and they will not be motivated, okay? The third one is if the students feel they have no friends, if the parents are getting divorced at home, all this relationship, okay, crisis will also what? Affect the motivation. Okay, the next one is if the students do not feel confident, they do not have a positive sense of self, they don't feel being respected or of others or by others, so that will affect them. Okay, the highest one. So now if you look at yourself, if you found yourself, okay, I want to be the best person I can possibly be. Okay, so make a difference. Somebody mentioned, say, I want to make a difference. I want to make a change. So that's actually a very high motivation. Okay, congratulations. Okay, all right. So next we are going to move to. Okay, this is my own theory. Okay, what I believe is drives the motivation behind the people. I believe is the value. Okay, so take anything for example. The reason we do or do not do certain things is because we assign value to it. If you assign a high value to it, and then you will be motivated to do it. If you assign low value to it, and then you will not be motivated to do it. Okay, so there are 4 types of values. This is the student, this is the teacher, and these are the peers. Okay, so when the person values themselves, that's what I call it self-value. Okay, so this is the student self-value. You value yourself. And the teacher, for example, I'm the teacher. I value myself as a teacher. I think I'm a very competent teacher. I'm knowledgeable. I'm experienced, and I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that is the teacher's self-value. So if the teacher has low self-value, I just graduated. I'm a second language speaker. I don't know what I'm doing. So when you have this kind of insecurity in yourself, and that's going to affect the students' what? Motivation. Is that true? Right? Okay, so the second value, I call it perceived self-value. So for example, when it's the dotted line, that is the perceived self-value. Okay, so here, the students value the teacher, like this one, is basically it's the teacher's perceived value by the students. What does that mean, perceived value? Basically means it's not how I value myself, it's how I believe I'm being valued by what? By others. Okay, so for example, my perceived self-value from Barbara. Okay, so now for example, I think I'm a very good teacher, but I don't think Barbara thinks so. She always gives me that kind of look like she does not trust me. So that means I have low perceived value from what? From Barbara. Okay, and that will affect what? My motivation. So for example, if I walk in the classroom, I feel, this group of students hates me. They don't like me. Do you think I will be motivated to learn? To teach here? No. So that is perceived self-value. And the next one is the other value. So basically how I value the other person and how you value me. Okay? So for example, if I'm the teacher, I value you as a student. That is what? That is my other value for you. Okay, give you a quick example how this can affect motivation. When I first started teaching in Beijing, okay, I just graduated, I was young, I was very fresh. I was highly motivated. Okay, so I said I'm going to love these students to death. I'm going to be the best teacher in their life. Okay, and then I found it's not as easy as I thought because the students what? The students did not value me. They said, she's so young. Okay, she must have no idea what she was doing. Okay, so this is one thing how the students see me. Another one is how my value was influenced by the teachers. Most of the teachers in that school, they're kind of veteran teachers. They were senior teachers. They just reached the point they just hated their life. Okay, so unfortunately, I shared the same office with them. So it's like I was like very excited to start teaching. So their attitude is like this: garbage. When they're grading the students' assignments, look at this. This is ridiculous. How can they make this kind of mistake? I cannot stand these people, and so, they're calling the students stupid, they're annoying, and then once you live in the same office for a while, you start to what? You start to be influenced by them. And then my value for the students start to what? Decline. Okay? So once you feel you start to lower your value for the students, that is really what? Demotivated me. Okay? So that's the other value. And then the last one is the cost value. The cost value is the one in the middle. It's how much you value what you're doing. How much the teacher value what they are doing. How much the students value what you're doing. Okay, so for example, I highly, highly value what I'm doing here because I really love teaching. Teaching is something I simply enjoy doing. Okay, so how much do you value being here? So I have to. I just need to graduate. Or just I just lie. I'm fascinated about education. I want to learn as much as possible. So how much you value what you're doing is going to affect what? Your motivation. Okay? So this is my theory. The reason I put them outside, the self-value, perceived self-value, outer value, because that is more like what? The condition of learning. Okay, once the students have those three values, and then they can move to the what? To the middle. Okay? So you can see in my class, I try to create a sense of community to make it at least you feel you are being respected by each other. Okay, that is create the what? The condition. Okay, all right? So once you have those conditions and then in the middle, how can we create students' course value? Is to make sure your class is interesting, it's meaningful, it's challenging, it's achievable, it's important, it's relevant, and it's fulfilling. So this is not a total new theory. I kind of integrate a lot of theory we just introduced, kind of integrate them together. Just use one factor, which is what? Value. Okay? All right, let's do a quick review. So if you review these different theories, the classical conditioning, a key motivator is what? It's association. Okay? So if the students have positive association, they will be motivated. If you have the negative associations, they will be what? Demotivated. The second one, operant conditioning, is what? It's the consequences, like the candies, the car, the bonus, the grades. Those are positive reinforcement, or negative reinforcement is kind of afraid to lose your job, afraid to get fired, afraid to get in trouble. Okay? Or punishment, such as getting a ticket, okay, calling your parents, get a detention. Those are all operant conditioning. And the social cognitive learning theory, they believe are two motivators. The first one is what? Role model. Basically, people around you. Okay? A good role model will inspire you. Remember the role model sharing stories we have? Those motivators, they constantly what? Push you, give you inspiration, give you stress. But if they're bad role models, they can what? Basically drag you down. Okay? Another one is confidence. The more confident you are in a certain area, the more motivated you are. And then cognitive learning theory believes all the motivation comes from where? Inside, such as the curiosity, such as the what other things? Curiosity, sense of control, sense of to master something, and also to become sense of achievement. Okay? And then trade theory believes, I call it AAA, we all have the need to feel connected, to seek approval and achievement. Okay? And then humanistic learning theory believes the human drive is what? It's the need. Okay? Physiological need, safety need, social relationship need, and self-actualization. And the last one is value, because I believe everything is driven by the value. So like the self-value, perceived self-value, how you value others, other value, and how you value what you're doing, I call it cross value. Okay? So next, I'm going to, do the case study, and then we're going to take a 10 minutes break. Is someone a mother here? Anybody is a mother? Okay, maybe Barbara can be that help. Okay. Oh, yes. Wait, the whole letter, yes. Oh. Maybe 1 minute to look it over.
Some badass teacher guild, whatever she called that. That was real fun.
Huh?
Okay, and now I want you to Barbara pretend to be this mother. As I said, this is a real mother, and she's a graduate student from LIU Post. Okay, and she's really struggling motivating her daughter. So, Barbara, please.
Okay. Dear Dr. Boyfriend, am I saying that right? Okay.
Mhm.
Good. I have 3 daughters. The oldest are 10 and 12. They're different people. Although they have the same parents and live in the same environment. My 10-year-old daughter loves to learn and can't wait to go to school. Her grades are excellent. My older daughter, however, could stay home every day watching TV and be fine. Her grades are borderline at best, and that does not seem to bother her at all. Her teachers call me all the time with her complaints. She forgets her books, her homework regularly, punishment withdrawal of privileges, behavior management techniques. I've tried them all, but nothing seems to work. When it comes to social activities and YouTube and Facebook, her memory and attention span improves dramatically. It is my belief that she has excellent, caring teachers and loving parents. Just the other day, my 10-year-old was asking me if she could come to school with me one night to see what college class is like. She told me that she would like to go to Post to become a teacher. My older daughter, who was sitting there watching her TV, said to her, "Why would you want to waste your time listening to some boring college lectures when you can stay home and watch TV?" Here you have 2 children exposed to the same mother who goes to night graduate school, yet responding very differently to it. During last night's class, we were asked what conditions allow students to learn their best. The first thing that came into my mind was motivation. I strongly believe that the more motivated a person is, the better this person will learn. I often wonder if motivation is something that one was born with, or is it influenced by the environment or quality of the instruction. I spend a lot of my time wondering about this question, with good reason. The question that remains unanswered for me, though, is how to motivate a child who is genuinely unmotivated, who doesn't really want to learn, and who does not care about it either. What techniques would be effective in that situation? I'm very sorry that I have to bother you with these questions, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this, if possible, because it might help me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very good. Very well. So what you're going to do, I'm going to divide you into groups, and then 6 groups. Each group will pick one theory, and then you're going to analyze this case to see why is the daughter not motivated and what are the possible reasons. Okay? Again, you have to apply the theory only, not your own personal opinion. The second one is based on the theory. What is solution suggestion that you give to the mother and the wife? Again, only applying that theory. Okay? So, how about you two? You want to pick one? Or social carpenter? How about you three? I pick? Okay, how about you four?
You know that Velvet DeVoe song? Velvet DeVoe, remember that one? Poison?
Yes. Okay, do you mind your five seconds?
Yeah.
I was watching Scrubs the other day, and you know what Scrubs?
You know what? I didn't say. I was like,
You're 6, okay? Okay. punishment, right?
That's easy.
Okay, how about
That
you
makes
go
sense.
together? You have no choice. This is
Way to go.
The other one was humanistic.
10 minutes break.
We observe. No, I really like our group.
This is the mousetrap page. This is it.
Based on we just like,
We have to answer the questions.
yeah, we can do that in our minds.
Your mind is right on one of these pieces of paper.
Our mind can do some amazing things. You'd be surprised. Okay. Based on the theory, why is the older daughter not motivated? What are the possible reasons? Oh, yeah, she associates school negatively, whereas her sister associates positively. Right? I mean,
The question is, how do you motivate them? That's the mother's question. How are we going to motivate this kid?
that's not the question we have to answer, though. Oh, well, that's the second question. That's not what the question is. That's what one of the questions is. Based on the theory, what solution suggests will be a good mother?
You can get, like, I mean, if she's so, like, attached, like, Facebook and social media stuff, if she goes to school and, like, learns this stuff, she's never more than, like,
Yeah, because it's all external.
But according to the mother, punishment, privileges, behavior management, nothing's worse. She's talking to us.
She's not talking to us.
Yeah, we're the experts.
She got us.
Okay, so based on the theory, she's doing everything right.
Based on the theory, she's doing everything right.
Yeah. I mean, we can only answer in terms of the theory. It's like,
well,
I don't know, part because like, you know, she's done all of the things, like, I think like how you can implement the same idea differently.
she essentially needs to get her daughter to use school differently, right? Like in a positive way.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say that she's tried any kind of like reward system, so maybe instead of like, you know, having negative
Positive reinforcement.
yeah, like try a reward system. You know, if you remember your books today, it gets like you to have
Hard.
I think.
maybe like rewards to change the association, like, you know, like when you all like do well, so
Right now, we're supposed to presume to be expert psychologists. It's kind of what they would say. How does that make you feel? So, first answer would be she's not motivated because there is a negative, she associates it negatively and there's no reward system in place. And the second answer would be to try to change that view and
change the association.
to a positive.
I feel like some of the friends,
first draft what? Is it the mindful cluster project?
I don't know. I had like this idea like.
If you don't finish your meatloaf, you don't finish your man. Throw like a Dead Leopard song, right? Pink Floyd.
Don't eat your meatloaf. I'll eat your She get her friends to motivate her too, like her mom get her friends. Or is that it's probably like not, I don't know.
It sounds to me like he doesn't have the actor's friends, like YouTube and Facebook, sure, but.
For Facebook friends,
Yeah.
like, put up a post.
When she says social activities, it's kind of a general statement there, like maybe she's on a team, maybe she does something like that. It's kind of vague.
Based on the theory, you should be less vague in your letters.
Yeah, so you're gonna have this weekend explain further, and then the following week you present. Just gonna video it, and then we have to move on to everything.
This program is real. No, she's really.
You missed how many.
Based on the motivation theory, you should motivate.
Do you guys realize that the question says I have 3 daughters, the oldest are 10?
Yeah, well, she's only worried about that because there's probably some young, happy-go-lucky girl.
Well, she's only comparing those two.
Because the one's probably like 6 and just the happiest thing in the world.
Last time it class in like 9 something.
By the time we get out to the car and drive out of here, it's Friday, but she's not any she's good.
Next
Like if this is real.
Okay, are you ready? get started. Let's start from this group. Just tell the class like which theory you're applying and answer these two questions. Okay? Oh, you need more time? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, maybe 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Select one person as a spokesperson.
You wanted to be the spokesperson, that's it? It's really short.
You look like one of those guys like when your dog has just so I'd be like the first one you would be going on the bottom one.
I'll sometimes do things like that. Maybe not
Now we like Mike
The inner drugboard, I think you could be in friendship. I always feel like one of the first ones done was like,
I would just kind of like try to like tap on my friend's shoulder and tell me slow. But I wouldn't do well on the test. I just do it first. But that was winning.
Based on the theory, what solutions do you suggest?
There's a lever.
We like rebuilding.
Lever. If you look at my collapse.
Why are you playing with it?
That sounds fun. She's very anxious to
Do you have one? Yeah, I keep touching them right now. I'm gonna cry.
Do you? Oh, really? That's the worst thing. That's really gross. That would not end well for you.
I had a little kid in my class the other day came in with chewing gum. First of all, I don't know if he gives gum every second. He was chewing gum and he's like, I'm done with this. And I just like put it in my hand.
You know where I went?
All right, let's get started. Maybe start with this group. Yes. And the other group, feel free to ask your questions, make comments to make the discussion more exciting. Okay?
So we were thinking that a reason why the older daughter might be less motivated.
What approach are you? Social cognitive
approach.
Okay.
Could be because she might have low consequence. Partly because if her
social cognitive approach believes what? What is the motivation based on social cognitive approach? Role model, confidence,
to build her
and
confidence.
goals. Okay.
To build her, like she's saying, to build her confidence instead of like just comparing her to her younger sister, give her rewards and gains for what she does well.
For her smaller gains.
For her smaller gains.
So you will build her
Yeah,
confidence.
Yeah.
So you think she might have low self-confidence? Okay. Anything else?
Problem with the sound?
Oh yes. See, you scare my students. Just kidding.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure.
Maybe this can share. I'll get you in a can.
The moments when you
Okay, so anything else based on social cognitive theory? How about the role model?
We said to try to find a role model that she can relate to or that
she watches a lot of TV.
Okay. Is the mother her role model?
She should be, but
It's
not working.
So if you take someone on like TV, like they really, that's the age group where they are into like the Disney Channel, the higher Disney, like, so whoever's on TV that's like a positive role model for her.
Possible,
That's
because
who-
she's watching the TV all
Yes.
the time. Depending on what kind of TV shows she's watching, she might be identifying
Yes.
herself with different kind of role model.
And there's a lot of positive.
There's no positive on TV.
No, so there is a lot of positive. There is a lot.
Okay. Okay, so what other solutions will you suggest to the mother? You said you're trying to build her confidence.
Yeah, we were saying to
Positive reinforcement.
use positive reinforcement to celebrate her gains on a smaller scale. So yeah, the older sister might get an A+, but if she gets a B+, that's still good. So it
Okay,
still should be
so
celebrated.
what kind of positive reinforcement will you use?
Well, they just praise and telling her that she's proud of her for the work that she did do and that she is improving and doing better.
What if she's not willing to do it at all?
You can take away her privileges of watching TV.
That's more like a behavior approach.
Well, then you could,
What if she doesn't?
Yeah, but if you see, I don't want to. Sounds like you're applying the behavior approach to give her rewards, to take things away.
So if she doesn't want to do it,
Yeah.
she's like,
So we also should say there should be fun.
I mean, we're like, I guess, we can,
I do ABA, so I feel like my mind is all operant condition, like that's
Okay.
all my mind can think about.
I see.
all
Okay, you
day.
should have taken the behavior approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, does anybody have suggestions?
Because in my mind, I'm just thinking.
Yes. Any suggestion? We're trying to apply their social cognitive learning theory approach.
You could just try to get a different role model if that one doesn't work and keep switching it until.
Like the TV role model system.
Yeah, I know, and
TV
if it
person.
doesn't work, then try to like change it to a different until you find something that sticks.
Introduce different role models.
I guess go off her interest and try to find things like that she may like and then use that.
Okay, that's a cognitive approach.
No, that's not.
Okay. All right, let's move to the second group. What approach do you have? Cognitive approach. Okay.
We said that she basically has no inner drive. She doesn't seem to have really interest or curiosity in school. That she may not have control over what she's learning. Like it's the teachers that control what she has to know.
For those of you that have experienced some hardship, give up.
Okay, so you're talking about she has no interest, no curiosity, no sense of control, no sense of achievement. She definitely does not have any of those, right? Based on cognitive approach. Do you think she was born that way, or something happened?
I don't know. I don't know. We're really getting enough information.
She asking the mother, like, has she always been this way?
Yeah.
Or
I think maybe something may have happened. Like I was thinking for the second one, like what solutions or suggestions that we may have. Please like ask her daughter like what her interests are.
her interest
and
of
why
Facebook
she
and
does-
YouTube. TV.
Like maybe it's possible that she finds school too hard or she's having problems and maybe television is her escape.
I think
That's
that
possible.
maybe
She has no sense of achievement, right?
Yeah.
I think that maybe she has gotten used to being the underachiever, so she's just like maybe she
Can go back to the confidence. She basically identifies herself as a low achiever. Maybe I'm just stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not good at school.
or just
right?
like I mean, in families sometimes you always have like this roles that people play.
Yeah.
Maybe she put herself on them to be the that just borderline hitting by a person. That I don't have to take the responsibility of achieving.
Yes, that's possible. She basically see herself, I'm not a book smart person. You can see the younger daughter, she definitely takes the opposite role, right? She's the golden daughter, right? She's the golden child. I'm the good one, I'm the smart one, I'm the motivated one, I'm the mommy's what? I'm mommy's favorite, right? So it's possible that she see herself as a different role in that family, okay? solution is to find her interest, right? Okay, so find her curiosity. She's actually curious about everything. She's on YouTube or everything all the time, right? Okay, all right. She's definitely trying to. She's not sitting her dad doing nothing. So maybe we can start with YouTube, see what she's watching, and then start building her interest from there. See, and then start building her sense of achievement. So wow, you watch like 100 YouTubes a day. Okay, all right. So maybe do some YouTube project. Maybe you can create your own YouTube. Okay, all right. Okay, this one trade approach.
So we had the trait theory. So we said for affiliation, she could maybe feel like she's not the favorite. Like the other sister has more things going for her. She could feel.
That's a good one. It's possible she does not feel connected to the mother at all, right? And the younger one obviously feel very connected to the mother. She wanted to be just like the mother, right? I wanted to go to NYU Post with you at night. This is very unusual for a 10-year-old girl. Okay, but this one does not feel this kind of connection with mother. Very good. Okay.
So we also said for like approval, how when the teachers call the house, they always complain about her, say things that she's not doing right. So she could feel unappreciated and not recognized. Maybe if they called and said something good, she would feel a little bit more motivated.
How about the mother? Do you think she has the mother's approval?
I don't think so. I think the other daughter seems like she's more.
Yes, she definitely does not have the mother's approval. The mother is obvious, this is my good child, this is my what? My problem child, okay? My trouble child, okay? Mother may not be aware of it. Sometimes the child knows. The child knows. I'm not a favorite child, okay?
Also, we said for achievement, obviously she's more interested in Facebook and social media. So we were saying that that's like what she's interested in. Like it's not school, this stuff. So maybe, maybe she's going to be, Kim said maybe she's going to be like the next Mark Zuckerberg or something. That could be her call.
It's possible, right?
That could be her call.
Yeah. That's a good one. Not everybody has to do well in school, right? A lot of success people, they actually drop out. Mark Zuckerberg, he's a dropout himself, right? I think he is. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like a lot of people are doing fashion design. If that's something they're passionate about, they don't have to, be good at school. So that means also that the mother may have to take a shift. So maybe this is not certainly necessary or what, a problem, right? So folks, what they can do. Okay, how about this group, behavior approach?
We believe that the reason that the daughter's not motivated is because she views school, she associates school in a negative way.
So classical conditioning.
And also,
why do you say that? What kind of association she has about a college, about a professor?
Negative. Oh, we just think that because of her lack of interest in it.
I think she mentioned that. She said, why would you want to go to those boring college lectures? So do you think she has a positive association with university? No. Has a positive association with professor? No, we're boring. Okay, all right?
We also think that the mother mentioned that she has punishment, withdrawal privileges, behavior management techniques, and none of them work. And maybe those, that reward system, it doesn't hit home enough. It's not like, doesn't affect her because it's not connected to her interests enough.
Yes.
So then suggestions that we have would be to try to, in any way possible to make her associate school in a positive way. Like by working off of her interests and what motivates her, what she finds interesting about school. Also, by implementing a better reward system.
Very good. Remember, for the behavior reason, for the alternate conditioning, one thing we mentioned is the consequences must what? Matter to the individual. If she said, I use the punishment, I use withdrawal privilege, nothing works. It's not that a behavior reason does not work. It's because she has not used the one that really matters to what? To these students. What matters to her based on this whatever you read here. Facebook and YouTube, what can I do? Okay, so if you finish your assignments, if you don't do your work, you cannot use Facebook for the whole day. That will really kill her, right? Okay, all right, so if you do your homework, and then you can use what? Facebook for an hour. So you can use that. That's the one really, really what matters to her. Okay? How about this one?
We had the humanistic approach, looking back at the notes from before, the pyramid that we had up there of, like what was at the bottom, breathing, food, water, sleep. We think she's probably fine there.
Okay, so physiological needs are met.
Yeah, safety, we think she's fine. We think that the issues might be in the top 3, the love and belonging. Obviously with her mom, she seemed to feel like her mom maybe favors her younger sister more. Also, we have, thank you. We don't know anything about her friends, but maybe she's in with like the wrong crowd.
Maybe she has no friends.
Or maybe she has no friends, but basically doesn't have any positive peer influence on her grades.
And also relationship with teacher always bad because teacher complains about the problem all the time, right?
And self-esteem and confidence, again, because she doesn't do as well as maybe her younger sister or maybe her classmates, that she feels like she can't do it and just stop trying. So we suggested to give the mom, well, one, like ask her daughter, like what could she do to help motivate her? Just say, like, I want you to do better, I want you to be the best that you can be, and I don't feel you're doing that right now. What do you think you're doing?
Very good.
Correct.
Humanistic, just sit down with them, treat them with respect, and see them as a human first. Yes.
And maybe push her into activities that'll make her
Get back to your video.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't think I think your point's good because I tried this speaker.
Good job.
I don't know what that dream is that you have.
We can hear that though. Right? You guys can all hear that.
Don't worry about it. Just let them watch. Okay, I'm going to just show a quick video shared by Yemi, and it's a very inspiring movie about motivation. Okay? All right, so lights off, please. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Can you see? Take it out.
I think so.
Can you hear?
As you've been working towards
Yeah.
that dream, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why does this have to happen to me? For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. There are rough times that are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever take. It's something that truly exists in all of us.
It's very important for you to believe that you are the one. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. Then a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers.
You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You know other people more than you know yourself. You study them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? You've invested so much time in them, you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself.
It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You begin to have a certain uniqueness. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never ever be the best copycat in the world. But you will be the best you can be. I'm telling you to define your value.
That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you. That everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you are an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream of finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them.
If you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. To invest in you.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
This is what I believe. And I'm willing to die. Period.
No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. And some of you right now, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to the next level. I want to counsel. You know, I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. Listen to me. You can't get to that level. You can't get to that level economically where you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm challenging y'all to go to college. I dare you to invest time. I dare you to do it all. I dare you to spend an hour getting to know yourself. When you become who you are, when you become the person that you were created to be, designed to be who you were designed to be, when you become an individual, what you do is you take yourself and you start separating yourself from other people. I'm trying to get to a place where people don't like you, they don't even bother you. Why? Because you're not concerned with trying to make them happy. Because you're trying to walk, you're trying to get to the next level. I need you to invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. You still talk about your dream. You still talk about your goals. But you have not done anything. Just take the first step.
That you can make your parent proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let nobody steal your dream. After we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through. What if we have that kind of attitude? Because we possess, nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
All right, thank you, Yami, for sharing this video with us. All right,
That's not gonna help.
just some personal opinion about motivation. We all talk about motivation. This is one of my motivation. You always ask me, like, Tim, what is your motivation? You're always like so energetic and enthusiastic. For me, it's a selfish reason. Okay, it's happiness. I truly believe the best motivation is happiness. Just do something that makes you what? Makes you happy. Okay, love your job, love yourself. Okay, believe in others. Okay. So before you leave, this is the middle of the semester. I want you to fill out this middle term evaluation for me. This is for myself, not for the school. So do not worry about getting a couple people.
Yeah, I figured out because I haven't done that when I
So I want to see how well this course is going, so maybe I can make some adjustment for the second half.
Huh?
Those guys are
Just learning languages.
genius.
Come on. Teacher evaluation.
No,
Okay.
it's her, for her.
evaluation and also the motivation screen. Thank you very much. Our next topic is behavior management.
When I grab your thing, okay?
Oh, good. Okay. I'll tell people before the weekend.
Hey,
Can I have your motivation screen?
Oh, I actually have to grab.
天赋技能好吗？
找不着也可以看出来。
天赋技能啊！
也就扯了。
我去了，他们很多人问我多少钱，我也是醉了。
我是再见。拜拜。
他们真的有人问我多少钱？我的不明显，我也要去这样，我像你这样的。大概2000一只吧。
刀是吗？
刀2000刀一只吧。
2000刀是吗？
啊？点什么呀？东西啊。
切菜都不小心切到眼睛上去。
我觉得我这个一看就是假的呀，为什么要问我多少钱呢？
看出来了，我没看出来这个。
我不是问你，我是单你钱。
割了吗？好明显。
明显吧？在这儿呢。你干嘛？
我都没去走。
你要看人家。
对。
没有。
哦，买车了。买什么车？啊？
肌肉车。
什么肌肉车
壮面。
SUV 吗？跑车。你们不要吧？哎，你买的是二手的？
二手的啊，新上市。
多少钱啊？
才2万。
才2万？我问你赚钱跟我不一样啊。
贷款的好。有个。
多少卖的车呀？
Yeah, I really thank you. Even at the beginning, I faced a lot of circumstances with international students, and being a dad and a wife and things. Yeah. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good night. But thank God I get through. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to. I'm reading, old books. Sometimes I have no idea about some vocabularies, but I got them through the context. So because I'm not a native speaker, but I'm trying to do my best, you know. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
But thank you so much for that. Believe me, I'm so fascinated by you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you're international students, and look at you now. You're with teaching native speaker, and all of them they look at taking benefit from you. You teach them something good, and that's really I'm so proud of you, really.
Aww.
By the way, your family should be proud of you because you did something unnormal for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good because something that's not your culture, not is your language. It's all the elements. It's opposite to you, but you go through them and look at you. You put yourself in good position.
Oh, thank you.
And that's what I'm trying to do,
Yeah, see, you make me feel valued.
Yeah, because I'm 34 years now, but I look young because I have something to do here. I love everything. Even the grass outside, I love it. Because this is the things we have to spread the love for everyone, no matter which culture. Yeah, no matter. Yeah. So I don't know how to say to you, but it's really I'm so engaged with your class, with your elements, things you give us. Even I'm silent, but because I prefer silence. But sometimes I give some elements to my teacher's counselor. I give him after the class. I talk to him. He said, "Kadir, why you don't talk with us in the class?" I said, "It's okay." So, but you said something good, you have a good point. Why you didn't spit him, to the discussion? I said, yeah, but I'm little, because I feel not good, in English. You look, come on.
Self-value.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. That's it.
Because you're not confident in your English.
Yeah.
So that will demotivate you from speaking up in class.
Yeah. So that's the point. So. Yeah, hopefully I'm gonna do my best,
Yeah, once you become more confident in your English, and
Yeah.
then you'll be more comfortable speaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I first came here, I was an international student. I was not very confident in speaking up. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
So, thank you very
so
much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
It's
much.
such a privilege to work with you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is a really nice group.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice
good.
group.
Yeah.
Very motivated.
Yeah.
Everybody, yes. Very positive. So.
See you next week.
Okay, see you
Have
next
a great
week.
day.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
Bye.